Hey, welcome today. We're having a look at a few things. It's been a bit of a rough morning. I appear to have lost absolutely everything on my hard drive. Like complete hard drive failure with all of the research on the SCAT. So, it's been a good morning. No. Anyway, we'll see. I've come up here so that we can have a quick look. I've got a borescope and I'm going to have a quick look down the cylinders, hopefully. The other thing I've got is some flooring material, and I hope to have a look and see what the thickness is, how it's going to go on here. I don't know where I'm going to put the camera for that, but anyway. And the other thing is I'm going to mount the steering wheel, see how it looks. I mean, you've hopefully seen the video already of that. Put that up this morning. So I'm just going to pop that there for the moment. This is the rough template for the radiator. It's got photos on it because we had a few people here visiting to have a look at the SCAT on the weekend. So other things, obviously I'm going to put that back on at some stage. This is got spider webs everywhere. Considering that the SCAT was only moved, 5 days ago, spider webs everywhere. Never mind. Alright. So, one bright, shiny, new borescope. So, I'm going to have a sticky beak down the bore, and then I will hopefully get the video and have a look as well. Into scope. Good. So first things first, obviously take the spark plugs off. Now, do I want to keep those in the same order? It's probably not a bad idea. That's interesting, actually. Okay, now these washers really have blown this out. I might go and get a compressor and actually blow some of the crud off first, just so we don't get anything in the bore. What a good idea, right? Okay, it's a little bit cleaner. Not down there, unfortunately I couldn't really blow in the side of the spark plugs, but never mind. That's that side, that one's that side. Okay. Some stage we're going to also have to work out the firing order. I guess I could ask that one. There is one around. Copper rings. There. Alright. Here we go. Alright. Turn this on. Welcome. That's always encouraging, isn't it? And a light. Now, how are we going to get that? Ooh. Is that going to be? Oh, yeah, going to bend it, maybe? Oh, you've got to be kidding. There is not enough room to get this. As you can see, it's a fairly substantial thing. There is not enough room to actually get that and look down the bores. Looks like this was a waste of money. However, let's go and see if we can follow what we've got there. Basically, I'm seeing nothing. It's not. I'm going in the inlet port, and oh, here we go. I come right through. I'll now come out. Can't. Complete please tell me I haven't come out down here. Looks like it, but I don't think so. That's, I don't know if you can see that. I'm moving the wrong thing. I'm assuming that's a valve, but it all looks remarkably clean in there. But it's not. Oh, hello. That goes away? No. Alright, well, that's a waste of time. It's funny how sometimes you just need to come back. I spent a long time, I was unable to get this side plate off because it was fouling on the magneto and the water pump. But I've managed to actually just manoeuvre it and sort of slide it up. So what I'm planning on doing with this, I'm looking at it and I don't know what the staining is, but I'm going to see if I can polish it, and then we'll talk about whether or not, because we're looking at a fire engine, everything is going to be red. There is the possibility that if I can clean it up enough, I might actually paint this red with the fire engine yellow SCAT. Not original probably. We are looking at, you know, something that's basically a one-off. There are no other SCAT fire engines or fire appliances that we've found anywhere, so I'll leave the engine block black. There is a chance we might do the water jacket cover in red, maybe. We'll see. I don't know. I'm open to ideas, but anyway, what I might do is, since I can't get into the thing, this is the valves and the valve springs, and I'm just absolutely amazed at how clean that all looks. Because again, to the best of my knowledge, this hasn't been open since the early 1970s. So it's, I'm not turning it yet because I still need to have a look at the state of the bores, which means I'm going to have to either lift the engine or drop the sump or both. We do have some helpers here today. So anyway, next step. The inlet manifold looks, or inlet ports, look really good, but I'm trying to work out how it all gets there. I'll see. I think juggling three hands for showing you guys the borescope is going to be a little bit interesting. I think I'm going to go up the exhaust port. I don't know whether you've seen before, but the monoblock design, again, as I've explained before, there's no head. That's a casting mark, but it's not a head. This is the exhaust manifold with the port on the back of the engine. So this is the firewall, and there's the exhaust port. So I might go up the exhaust port with the borescope, but the exhaust pipe came through the firewall here and then went straight down under the floor. So that's an interesting design feature. Again, that's the valves, which means we've got very little clearance. There's no room. Oh, that one. There's no room to get the borescope camera to go in and then turn 90 degrees. Just, there's not enough room there. So we're a little bit stumped on that. I'm going to look at what the steering wheel looks like on here. It just comes out. We're not putting it on permanently, but there's a keyway that way. Now I have 2 screw holes there. I can't remember what goes there, or whether I even know what goes there. So, pretty happy with how that's going to look. Come and have a closer look. There we go. That is going to look stunning. Now, once I've got that there, with the gear levers, the things, I can start to set up the height of the seat. The one thing I am aware of is that the height of the floor should be here. And it just, wow, it's sitting high, isn't it? That's okay, all right. I think the next thing to do might be, I've got a little piece of wood here. Not a piece of iron, that's a thing. So what that wood is some plywood flooring, which I can probably pick up very cheaply. What we have over here, which I'll unwrap in a moment, is 2 of the original floor sections, I believe. Now the other thing I found this morning, which I had forgotten about, I did see them, this actually looks like it's probably a mounting block, but what for? Is it for the bodywork or the floor? It's not high enough. Not quite. I think I'm going to take some photographs, send them off to the nice man in New South Wales, and see whether he can tell me what that might be. I mean, this is piles of bits and pieces that came with it. Some of it's, not all of it's unpacked. I wonder, is that what I think it is? No. You're just joining me while I'm sort of playing and looking. I don't know what that is, I can't remember. It's probably part of the universal joint, looking at what's in there with it. This magneto, could that be a spare magneto? It doesn't look the same as the one that's on there. It's definitely a magneto. Wonder what it's of. It does say BTH, and I don't think this one doesn't have anything like that. Okay. Lots to do, lots to do. Alright. Those 2 down. Now I haven't unpacked these since we got back from Darwin. And the reason is that, ooh, they're quite thick. Alright. So gently. Oh, it's not that thick. Okay, that's beveled. That could be, I don't really know. Okay, so what we've got here, that's interesting flooring. This is the bottom of the pedal mounting. So, which way? Okay. The brake, accelerator and clutch sort of fit there. This wood, it has the bolts. Oh, I see. That's actually brass? Yeah, it must be brass. Okay, that's brass, and it's bolted underneath the floorboard. Now what we're looking at is, yeah, they're not the same thickness. The question is going to be whether that is enough thickness or whether I need, that is tongue and groove. There is actually a tongue on that floorboard. So that sits like that. Okay. It's going to, I might sit this on and just see how it looks. I don't know, where did the other, is there another board? Oh, yeah, there. Okay. This is the board which actually goes, oh, that's going to be useful. This is the board that goes above this one. I don't know that you can see it. I'm going to turn it. Whoop. So basically, your accelerator, the steering wheel here, pedals. I don't know what some of these things are. This looks. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I see. Does it go that way? Or does it go? No. No, it's got to go that way. It's got to go that way. Because this is all the crud. That's road crud. I'm just intrigued because the clutch one doesn't appear unless that's actually the exact. No, I'm confused. But we'll set it up and see how it looks. Obviously, without removing the pedals and so on, I can't get that in there. So that, the hole that you can see just below where the steering wheel goes is actually the bolt hole, and there's another one next to it for the brass pedal mount. What would you call that? I don't know what this square aluminium floor material is, and I don't know whether that was original. I'm not keen on it, to be honest. Could have been fitted by the fire brigade. Additional protection, maybe. But personally, I'm not keen. I still love that steering wheel though. That's gorgeous. Sorry. So we've got that coming down there, but that doesn't tell me how the floor connects here. Now I know there's got to be blocks raising it up there, but they're going to be quite substantial by the look of it. I had a look at an Enfield the other day and how the bodywork is connected to the blocks. So we're going to have to shape because of the rise here. Lots to do. We're having fun. So I'm glad we've got the bottom of that brass section, because that's going to be 100% necessary. Making that would be an absolute nightmare. The pedals are going to take some work to get back to something approaching brass, but we'll get there, I'm sure. It'll take some time. All right. One of the things, so the next thing I think I want to do is I've got to lift the motor. I want to lift the firewall, which I think means, yeah, I'm going to have to remove the steering column. That's okay, that unbolts there. Well, I'm knocking bolts off again. I'll go and collect that. So that just slides back out and through, and then this has got only a couple of bolts in it. But if I can lift that, then I can probably look at getting the motor out, because it's not actually connected to the gearbox at the moment. Then we can look at going up underneath, and I can also, I think, I have to repaint the chassis. I mean, it's in pretty good condition, but I think it's going to have to shine. That's the whole point of it. So, all right. I think I'm almost at the end of what I can do today. Realistically, I've looked at the floor. Can I use, where did I drop that piece of, I don't know, there was a piece, oh, in there. So that piece there, can I use it? The answer actually is probably. It's not quite as thick. So it's on the edge, it's pretty close. Can I use it and sand it back and make it into a wood? Look, at the end of the day, I can do anything I really want to do, but I'm beginning to think that might be, because there's a whole heap of this stuff which is going cheap. It'd be a donation type situation. So I can see some merit in doing that. I mean, not that I want to cheap out on the car, that's not what I'm saying, but I mean, how much is it going to cost to do all the other stuff I need to do? The answer is it's going to be a lot of money, and that's fine. But if there's the option to get stuff that isn't that expensive, then I think that could be worthwhile. Now, I need to find those screws again. What have I done with those? And I think put them back in. I think I'm going to put the side plate on now, but you guys don't need to hang around for that. So I want to thank everybody who's been helping me, giving me advice. When I said the bolt holes through the floor, you can see the bolt on the back of that. So, yeah. I will be continuing. I've got paint codes, which I believe are correct paint codes from the actual fire brigade. So we're going to test a couple of different paints. One of them is signal red. I've got that already. And I'm going to get what I believe should be what the South Australian Fire Brigade used. I can't remember the name of it, but the paint code is 117. And, I've got to clean everything. Everything's got to be cleaned. The wheels are filthy, in good condition, but filthy. And I think I'm going over the red to paint that as well. I'm actually considering these bolts that go through the rim, and there's a box of them over there, so I'm not actually missing them. I'm considering actually putting those as a highlight in yellow, but just the wheels on the original fire engine were red. They are, they've been redone. My grandfather actually had the wheels remade from, there's about 3 or 4 spokes in the piles of parts which are absolutely black and rotten, so there was no trace of any paint on them. So he did it had them varnished in a wood grain. I quite like the look of that, so the red rim is going to stay, and so is the wood coloured rim. We'll resurface it, but I think at the moment we're not going to have, that's going to be the one thing I know I'm doing differently to the colour scheme on the original vehicle, other than if I put some coloured highlights on the engine. Everything else, I'm going to try and make it as close as I can. And the only reason is because that's actually a nod to my grandfather. If he hadn't varnished those wood spokes and they were available to be painted red, then I would have painted them red. But I think I like the look, so that's the other side of it. I've spoken to my parents about it. They don't mind that as an idea. So anyway, thanks for joining. I'm going to disappear and I'm going to play with the floorboards for a little bit more, if I can get them to actually fit properly. Then I might do another video, but we'll see. Thanks.